Welcome to the Ian and Tyler Show. We'll be making NFL Week 15 football picks this week. And to start it off, the Thursday night game, Bengals at Philadelphia. Ian, who's your pick?
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that they're a really solid team. They're rounding into form. I think Green Ellis has been doing a nice job running the football for him. Andy Dalton, it's pretty good. It's a nice combo he has with A.J. Green. I think they have some great chemistry there. And I think that the defense is rounding into form. And really, the Eagles with Bryce Brown and Foles is just not the same as it could be with Vic and McCoy. Who are you picking, Tyler?
I'm going to take the Bengals also. They've won, I think, 4 of the last 5, simply on a roll, and I look for them to win tonight. Next game is the New York Giants at Atlanta Falcons. We'll do my pick first. I'm going to take the NFC leading Atlanta Falcons with this one because I think the running game with Michael Turner and Jacquizz Rodgers has improved a lot, and obviously they still have that pass threat with Roddy White and Julio Jones. Who are you taking, Ian?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Falcons as well. I think that Roddy White and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, I think all of them will get back on key this week after a subpar week last week against the Panthers. I think their defense will be ready, and I think Turner will do a lot better against a team like the Giants where they're a physical team, and I think he's a physical runner, so I think that'll help them. I think that the Giants are playing well, but I also think that the Falcons know they need a bounce-back week, and I think they can bounce-back win this week, and I think they can get it. Next game is Denver at Baltimore. Who are you taking, Tyler?
I'm going to take the rolling Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning has been flawless this year, and their passing game with the tight ends that they have is just untouchable. Who are you taking, Ian?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos as well. I think Peyton Manning's playing really well. Going on the road against Baltimore is always tough, but with Ray Lewis out, Ed Reed, and those guys, they're banged up pretty much with Ladarius Webb as well. But I think Manning is going to do a nice job. He always does, finding his receivers, Thomas and Decker, and I think the defense is pretty good as well. And I think that the Broncos are just going to keep on this roll.
The next game is Green Bay at Chicago Bears. I'm going to take the Bears just because of Brandon Marshall and his wonderful season this year. And obviously they have the running game with Matt Forte and Michael Bush. And I just think they'll get the W this week. Ian, who are you picking?
I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. I think Rodgers is on a roll, and I think even if Jordy Nelson doesn't play, I think Cobb's a really good receiver. I think that Jennings, coming back off his injury, he'll do well. And I think with Clay Matthews up there, I think he can put pressure on Cutler, and I really think that they're a good team. The Bears coming off a bad loss to the Vikings. I think that the Packers will get it done, even though it's on the road. Next game is the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Tyler, who are you picking?
I'm going to take the Texans this week. Big loss to the Patriots last week. I look for them to bounce back. Ian, who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Texans as well. I think that Schaub and Foster will have bounce-back games. J.J. Watt was good last week against the Pats, and I think he's going to lead the defense this week, and I think they'll get back on track. And I also think that their offense, they'll be able to run a little bit more against the Colts because I don't think they'll be down early like they were against the Patriots. So I think Foster running the ball will open things up for Schaub, and I think that they'll get the W.
Next game is Buccaneers at Saints. I'm going to take the Saints just because of Drew Brees and the way he can pass the ball. They get Mark Ingram, Darren Sproles in the running game, and Sproles comes with those little screens. They gets a big chunk of yards that can really help them. And yeah, Ian, what's your pick?
I'm going to go with the Bucs on the road this week. I think it's a tough place to play in New Orleans, especially down in the Dome. Loud environment, but I think that Josh Freeman can do it. Coming off a couple bad weeks, but I think they'll get it done, especially coming off the bad week against the Eagles. But I think that Doug Martin, he's looking a little bit better after that mini slump after the great game he had against the Raiders. I think Freeman's really hitting it off with Mike Williams and Vincent Jackson. I think that they really have some chemistry down there, and they have a pretty good run D. And even though the Saints don't run that much, it'll just have to make them one-dimensional. And Breeze hasn't been playing that well, and I don't think he'll be able to shred up the pass D if there's no run game. Last game, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the New England Patriots. Tyler, who you got in this one?
For me, I think the Patriots will come out strong this week, but I look for San Francisco to take the win. They have been kind of an average team, but well above average team this year. But just with Colin Kaepernick coming on and just taking complete control of that offense, I think they're going to come out with the win this week. How about you, Ian?
I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. I mean, I really think they're on a roll right now. Tom Brady and the receivers, they just look unstoppable right now. You know, you take out Gronk, they still do fine. Edelman, they still do fine. Just finding new guys every week to do well. Even Starworth last week before he got hurt. But I'm going to take the Patriots. I think that their defense really looked great last week against a pretty good offense. And I think that the Niners D is really good, but I think that Tom Brady and the crew are up for the challenge. And I think they'll get the W on Sunday night.
Go Pats! My name is Ron Lavallee and I endorse this message.
Thank you for watching the Ian and Tyler Show. Come back to us next week and we'll see you soon.